Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and today we're here to talk about the Warsun LED Flashlight, the DC08 model. So let's go ahead and get into this. All right, now, full disclosure, they did reach out to me and asked if I wanted to review the light. I've reviewed one from them before, and I really liked it. So after seeing this one, I was very curious about how it would function and how it would perform. Now, very simple use. Oh, I'll show you first what comes in the box. There's your box right here. You're gonna get the user guide and your USB-C cord for recharging. Now, all this is gonna do is tell you how to operate it. It does not give the number of lumens or battery run times, but so far, it's, met all of my needs. So when you look at it right here, you got light up here and you got a light down here. Another thing that is super cool about this is, so if you want to carry it like this, like it's too wide to be a pocket light, but you could definitely hook it onto a belt, a pack, strap, something like that, or whatever else you may need. But this head will rotate and then make it a forward-facing light. So depending on your needs, depending on how you want to use this function of it, I think that is super cool. Now you do have a pocket clip back here, and if you notice these two pieces right here, well, I'll show you. Any flashlight that's magnetic really gets me going, just because, one, you're working on your car and you need to be hands-free and you don't have a headlamp. This is an awesome way to go. Or you're at camp, because I've done this before and I've said it in other flashlight reviews. I've stuck a knife into a tree and stuck the light to it so that I could be hands-free and still see and be able to do what I need. Now here is where you would charge it from, or you could use it to charge something else. So hopefully you'll be able to see the two different ports. Now, to operate it, pretty simple. When you click it once, oops, you'll spin the head around, you get this level and a little bit lower, oops, and then sorry, strobe warning, you'll get a strobe. Now, another thing I also love about it, I'll show it this way, you get the digital readout of how much battery you have left. I love this because you get it, you know exactly how much you have, instead of like a lot of flashlights, or maybe the power button just changes color, or you may have a couple of dots giving you how much of a percentage. This gives you an exact amount. Now, if you want to use the front light, you're just going to hold this down. Oops. Turn that off. So that one comes on. So you have a nice little floodlight kind of. Then you have a red light, which any flashlight with a red light I love, just because I can use this while I'm out camping, not blow out my night vision if I'm trying to read something or walk somewhere where I know where I'm going, or if you're hunting, trying to get into your hunting location. That works amazing. Then you have a blue light, and then you have a flashing red and blue light. Now, as I said in their last flashlight review, here in the United States, do not use that function, especially if you're in your car. That can get you in a lot of trouble, because it's like you're trying to mimic being a police officer, and you don't want anything to do with that. Man, it is cold out here. It's like 35 degrees or 34 degrees. Yeah, so don't use that. Now, if you're out in the woods and you're trying to get somebody's attention because you need rescue, that may help, but I would stick with the red light and just leave it at that. The blue light can also help around camp and all that kind of stuff, because then, once again, you're not going to blow out your night vision. The light doesn't travel as far. I wouldn't use the red and blue flashing, just because that can get you into a lot of trouble. But yeah, this has just been a super cool little light. It only weighs like 2.67 ounces, so very lightweight. Again, this doesn't give impact rating or a waterproof rating, so I would just be mindful of that. I mean, I'm sure you're probably going to get at least 1 meter out of this, but the waterproof rating, I'm sure in light rain, most flashlights will work very easily in that. I just, for the sake of not knowing, since it doesn't give the waterproof rating, just try not to drop it in a puddle or stream or anything like that. All right, now, once it gets dark, I will bring you back, show you the performance of this, and then give you my final thoughts, all right? So stay tuned. All right, so I'm probably going to try to make this a little quick just because it is 28 degrees right now, and yeah, that's cold. All right, so this is the Warsun, the LED. This is the top lights, so it's going to start off on high. So, of course, I always have to say this, cameras do not do flashlights justice. This is, I'm about 15 feet from my house. We will turn this way to the yard. So there's that. I'll turn back around and do the low. So, I mean, the beam's really wide. I mean, there's the corner of my house right there. Actually, go back to high. Oops, sorry about that one. Corner of my house right there. If I'm holding right here, it's going past that corner of my house and past this part of the house right there. So that's on the high. Low, the beam's still really wide, but obviously not as bright because this is the low mode. So strobe warning. So there's your show. Good speed for it. Do like that. Now let me do the backyard on low. I'll give you a target here. There's low. I mean, this is plenty to do most everything you need to do just on the low mode. The high is definitely fine. Oops, sorry about that. Obviously you can see a little more clearly, a little further, but literally this is the mode I use the most, because you once you're outside for a while or in the dark in your house and your eyes have adjusted to the nighttime, you really don't need a ton of lumens to either go hiking, do stuff around camp, work on your car, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it is nice to have that brighter settings, but I would say not necessary. Now, gonna have to go through the strobe. So this is that front light. So it's a very yellow light. Hopefully you'll be able to tell that. Next, oops, where's the button? It's gonna be your red. And then I can't see nothing on the screen of the camera, but there's blue. That's actually a decent bit brighter. Once again, can't tell what I'll face the camera with this in just a second. And then here's going to be your flashing. Again, can't tell if you can see that on camera much. Usually I can tell better once I get inside and put it on the computer. But I'll stand in front of as you can tell, hopefully you can see me fairly decently. Hit the button again for the red. So again, this is always much better for just up close stuff, map reading, reading a book or something like that, not wanting to blow out your night vision, stuff that's close to you around camp. Hiking into a hunting location when you know where you're going, having a little bit brighter would be better, but if you know where you're going, it's not that bad. So there's the blue. So I'll shine this on myself. And then you're flashing. So once again, I will say, in the United States, definitely if you're in your car, don't use this. If you are in a survival situation and need rescue, then that may get some people's attention. You know, they may think you're the emergency services and they come looking to see what you know, and hopefully that would get you rescued. But yeah, in the car, don't use that. All right, so what do I think? Great, handy little flashlight. It's a little wide, a little boxy, but the fact that you can flip that head around and then turn it into a front-facing light, so you can hang it from a pack, hang it from a, you know, a pack strap on your shoulder, or you could hook it to your belt or something like that. I mean, right now that would be kind of tough to do just because it's cold, and if your jacket's long as this one is, wouldn't really work that well. But you know, different times of the year, like during summer and stuff, spring, fall, early fall, you could probably use it that way pretty easily. And the fact that it's magnetic as well is always a winning factor. Now, I'm going to leave this in the link to this in the description below. So again, I just always ask, support those that support the channel. That way I can continue to get gear to be able to test it out and tell you what I think, and if it's worth it or not. Does it work as advertised? I love doing this, and so help me help you. So all right, in the meantime, guys, be prepared, have fun, and check out the Warsun LED flashlight. I think this was pretty cool.